Happened there at the end of practice?
Heat got to us.
Seemed like more than just the heat, though. What set you guys off?
None. I mean, it's just, it's a violent sport we play. Guys trying to get better. It's just tension's raised a little high. Heat is getting a little hotter, so, guys getting a little more agitated, but it ain't that deep. We squashed it.
As a vet, how do you feel about that when guys let off steam like that?
I feel like it's healthy. At times, I feel like it's healthy to a certain extent, though. Like, you still want to get your work done at the end of the day, but that competition and that dog, that edge that we need to have is needed.
Brian, I know it's early, but what have you learned about Abdul and how is he fitting in with you and Kayvon? How does he complement what you guys do?
You mean what have I learned as a person?
As a person, a player?
As a person, cool kid. At first he was quiet. He's starting to loosen up a little bit, but as far as a player, so far he's everything that I expected. He's very twitchy, explosive. He does have an array of moves, so yeah.
And how does he complement what you and Kayvon do well?
He's just a different type of rusher. I feel like we all have our techniques and what we're good at, and he adds another flavor to it. So I think he's doing well.
Do you like the changes that took place on the defense this year? A lot of investment in free agents and
Yeah, for sure. The defense has definitely improved as far as like the veterans that they've added, the young guys they've added. We got two rising stars in Drew and Newman, just to say the least. I think we got talent all around the board now. It's just all about putting it together.
Brian, does it excite you to think about the possibilities of what challenges you could present in offense if you, Kayvon, and Abdul are on the field at the same time?
So is it exciting?
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Because you can do a lot. We're all similar but different in a way. You know what I'm saying? So we can interchange and we can really add a lot of versatility to any of our third down packages or just the game in general. So, it's exciting.
Do you think that you could be utilized in a way that you haven't been used, whether that's inside linebacker, defensive tackle on a pass rush situation? Like, how open are you to that, and do you think that's something you could do?
Very, because it's going to, like you just said, it's going to challenge officers to figure out what we're doing, and if you can put us in different spots doing the same thing, it'll be confusing at a certain point. So,
how much have you done that?
With this being year two of being in Shane Bowen's system, what have you noticed that's different as far as what he's been able to do so far? Again, I know it's early, but have you noticed anything, different that maybe you weren't doing this time last year?
Not really. I would say the main thing is that being in year two is just I'm more comfortable with the playbook, and now I have a deeper understanding as far as like last year. I knew my job, knew my assignment, knew where to be, but now I know why I'm doing certain things and what he's thinking. So being on that same accord with him will help me play faster.
I was trying to follow up on basically playing multiple spots, right, and moving around. How much have you done that? How comfortable do you feel? Is it something you did last year, or is it something that you're sort of adding to the arsenal this year?
I did it a little bit last year, but mainly in our base packages. So far, what I mean by moving around is like our third down can be a little bit more exotic with the addition of Carter. So with that being said, it's kind of like pick your poison. So. And then we have a Dex, so.
Sorry. The exotics also work on the back end too, right? You guys are focused on what you're doing in the front. But with Holland and Thibodeaux added to that mix, you mentioned
the veterans.
It seems like the pieces across the board for this defense will allow you guys to do a lot of different things.
Yeah, the pieces is piecing. Javon and Noob in the back, they've been really good with their communication as far as disguising and really being on top of their responsibilities. And Thibodeaux is very sticky as we expected. And just allowing them to play free, like I said, like that back end is working really, really, really good right now. So he's got to keep it up.
Right. Going back to today for a second, how did it get to the point where you guys are putting your helmets down to square off? Like, it usually seems like it happens in the flow of a play.
You said it seems like it happens in the flow of a play?
Yeah. Usually you're playing football and it gets heated. It seemed like you guys took your helmets off intentionally to square off.
I wouldn't say that. I would say it was just a conversation that we've had,
I guess skirmishes broke out. Obviously, we're not here every day. You gone back and forth earlier.
This happened all the time. We fight over food, fight over ping pong, pool, whatever it is. It's happening all the time. This ain't nothing but a little brotherhood.
Do you like that edge? Do you like when players kind of show that edge a little bit? Do you
Yeah.
need that? Do you think this team needs that?
No, you definitely need that edge. You need that dog mentality, but just can't let it get in the way of work. So the only thing I'm mad about is that we had to, go ahead and call it up. But I mean, we got most of our work done today. But I just want to stay away from that, and I'm gonna let it be known to the team, like, that's not what we're doing. We got to keep our mindset on the main thing, which is football. So all that horseplay and all that stuff is cool, whatever, nice edge and everything like that. But we do have to get to the details and get our work done.
What was Abel's message to you when you guys all huddled up after?
It was just the same thing I just told you, just getting our work done. But I already knew that just from being around and being in many training camps. When you have fights, you don't want it to get in the way of the reps and the things of that nature. So we just gotta keep it to a minimum.
Right. I don't think it's a secret that you were playing week to week pretty banged up last year. How much of the real you do you think we saw, and how much different of a player will you be this year if you're healthy?
I mean, you seen the real me because I was out there, playing banged up is just a part of the game. Like once the season starts, you'll never be 100%, healthy again. But I want to keep that to a minimum as much as possible. I'd rather play healthy. I feel better, play better. So, this year, planning on that, planning on keeping it healthy.
You 100% now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is there anything that's really important to you recovery-wise, taking care of your body, that's different year over year that you've been working on the off season?
Yeah, I would just say mainly staying with my routine, make sure I'm intentional about it. At times when the season is going and things may change, you want to keep one thing the same, and that's your routine. So I just got to make sure I stay on top of it and keep it going.